Hello, everybody. I hope you are all in good shape today. Well, in this video, we will be talking about corporate social responsibility as our first topic in the postgraduate program of the University of the Philippines under the Doctor of Communication. I am your discussant. My name is Sir Elmerson L. Baranyao, and welcome to Module 1. So in this video, we are tasked to define corporate social responsibility, cite examples of university social responsibility or USR, and we have to differentiate CSR and USR. Well, I am hoping that you will participate actively for us to achieve the following objectives. Let us begin. So in this schema test, we will test your prior knowledge about CSR, and it will be through pick to guess. I will be presenting different pictures, and you have to identify each whether it falls under corporate social responsibility or not. If it is under CSR, you have to put a check mark in your paper. Well, I suppose you already grabbed it, and a cross mark if it is not. So please get ready, grab your notebook and pen because we will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let us begin. This is the first picture. So what do you think? Is this image? Is this under CSR or not? Let's now move on to the second one. CSR or not? So let us check right away. Number 1 is not a CSR. How about number 2? Let's see. Yes, it is a CSR. We will find out the reasons why later. But for now, let's continue with the other pictures or images. Again, it's a check mark for CSR and a cross mark if it is not under the concept of CSR. Third picture. Fourth picture. I hope this one is easy for you. So let us assess, let us check whether your answers are correct. The third picture is indeed an example of CSR, and also the fourth picture. So both of them fall under CSR. Let us have more. For sure, you really want to have more. So I'll be giving you more. Let us have this picture. And another picture. Check or cross? 3, 2, 1. Correct. So this is under CSR. How about the next picture? Is it a check or a cross mark? It's under CSR. So congratulations. And I hope that all of you were able to get good scores, because through these pictures, we can tell whether you have an idea of what a CSR is. So do not worry, because today we will be discovering what is CSR. So let's start. The United Nations Industrial Development Organization, cited year 2002, defined what a CSR is. So CSR stands for Corporate Social Responsibility, wherein it is a management concept whereby companies integrate social and environmental concerns in their business operations and interactions with their stakeholders. So if we can see and be able to comprehend, the companies here being stated are not just concerned on profit making, but rather they considered the stakeholders as a primary agent of change, of course with the help of them, because they are to integrate their functions to the society which concerns on the environment and other aspects. So this term is also interchangeably used for corporate citizenship and is linked to the concept of triple bottom line reporting or TBL, wherein this is the framework for measuring an organizational performance against economic, social, and environmental parameters. So in this picture, it clearly depicts that there's a good intention of the corporates, of the businesses here, because they could give in return to the people who have been their primary source of fund, the reason why their business keep on growing, they can give back what they have gained to the needy one through different programs, through different platforms. So this is their responsibility to society. And they have different key aspects that they consider in their role. So let's get to know more about what is this CSR. CSR has this rationale coined in these key drivers. These are the following: enlightened self-interest, social investment, transparency and trust, and increased in public expectations of business. So why one must practice corporate social responsibility? It is very important actually because companies could be conscious on the kind of impact that they could give to the society that may affect the economy, the society, and also the environment. Number two, engaging in corporate social responsibility means that the ordinary course of business a company is operating in ways that enhance society and the environment instead of contributing negatively to them. So, what is the consumer's thinking about CSR? So, there's a quotation here given by the Business News Daily that what the public thinks of your company is critical to its success. Well, that is true, right? So the image of your company to the public really matters because the public is your general audience or your main consumers. By building a positive image that you believe in, you can make a name for your company as being socially conscious. So to illustrate how critical social responsibility has become, there's a research being conducted, and it found out that 60% of Americans hope businesses will drive social and environmental change in the absence of government regulation. There's 90% of the consumers being surveyed that they would purchase a product because a company supported an issue they care about. So it's like having a cause or an advocacy that this company is supporting. And that is their main reason and could be a propaganda to attract more consumers or customers because they are into a specific advocacy or program. That they are not just after gaining money and doing the transaction of business, but rather having a good cause that will support the needy, that will support the public, that will uplift the community where that specific business is erected or being located. Okay, so let us have this one. So more importantly, nearly 75% said they would refuse to buy from a company if they learned that the company they supported an issue contrary also to their own beliefs. So consumers are also being intelligent here and clever in the way that somehow if it contradicts to their beliefs, they will not buy in that specific company or business. So this is the consumer's thinking about corporate social responsibility, the responsibility of different businesses or corporations in our society. If it could be concerning more on environmental development or in such other cause. So let's see more about this one. By the way, class, according to YouMatter.world, there are 10 best companies with good reputation as to CSR by the year 2020. These are the following. So I could give you the first one is Rolex, Lego, Walt Disney Company, Adidas Corporation, Microsoft, Netflix, Intel, and Starbucks. So these companies, these businesses are having good reputation to CSR. So for us to enrich more of this topic, let us watch this video coming from Investopedia. So I hope that you will jot down and you will use your note-taking skills for you to get some relevant information needed for you to master this topic. So are you ready? Let's begin. So this video is 1 minute and 37 only, short, but could really sum up everything. So I hope you are ready. So let us begin in 3, 2, 1.
Corporate Social Responsibility, or CSR, is a self-regulating business model that helps a company stay socially accountable to itself, its shareholders, and the public. This corporate citizenship keeps companies aware of their economic, social, and environmental impact. And engaging in CSR means that a company is operating in ways that benefit society and the environment, instead of affecting them negatively. CSR is important for the community, but it's also valuable for a company itself. CSR activities help boost morale, forge a stronger bond between employees and corporations, and help both employers and employees feel more connected to the world around them. Usually, companies that adopt CSR programs have grown their business to the point where they can give back to society. This is why CSR is typically a strategy of large corporations. Starbucks has long been known for its commitment to sustainability and community welfare. According to the company, Starbucks has achieved many of its CSR milestones since opening its doors, like using coffee that is almost entirely ethically sourced, pioneering green building throughout its stores, and creating a groundbreaking college program for its employees and partners. Today, there are many other socially responsible companies known for their CSR programs, such as Everlane, a clothing retailer, and Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
All right, thank you so much, Investopedia, for that wonderful discussion of what a CSR is and how it could give a great impact to those companies who will embrace corporate social responsibility. So indeed, this is very crucial to those companies because aside from being their strategy, they're also able to give back to the community because it is both equally valuable for the company and also to the community. As it is being said, CSR activities can help a stronger bond between the companies and corporation. It could also boost morale and help both employees and employers feel more connected with the world around them. So that's how important CSR is. So let's get to know more about this. But for now, those are the key takeaways. So let's have this for wrap up. For a company to be socially responsible, it first needs to be accountable for itself and its shareholders. Companies that adopt CSR programs have often grown their business to the point where they can give back to the society. So this is for corporate social responsibility. If in business side, if the corporates have these social responsibilities to perform, well, how about us in line in the learning institution or in the academy? We also have this what we call USR. So class, we're moving on to the next topic. So this is about USR or University Social Responsibility. What is this USR? Well, based from our word cloud here, you can see key terms like governance, societal fair, research engagement, practices, sustainability, good public, social support. So all of these are interrelated to what the USR is aiming for. What is this USR? So the term USR is explained as the capacity of the higher education institutions or the HEIs to disseminate and implement a set of principles, general and specific values aimed at enhancing the educational and social challenges of the society through the four key processes. We have management, teaching, research, and extension. So these are the four mandates of the HEIs. They should be good in research, extension, instruction, and of course, management. So this is about the role of the higher education institutions as the highest learning institution in our community. How can they perform their social responsibilities to the people? Okay, so let's get to know what are the things that they should be responsible of through this point of comparison with the CSR. So in this table, we will have on the first column the point of comparison. The second column are the key points for CSR, and the third column is for the USR. So let's have first for the point of comparison for the two resources. So we all know that in corporate social responsibility aspect, they have more funds and their resources is considered vast. While in USR, in universities, it could be limited because they really have to allot the budget that they are getting from the government into many programs that they have, into their many curricular offerings, such as in research, instruction, extension. So it is not entirely given to a specific focus, but it is being allocated equally or somehow they have their own priority. But if we look into those corporates, those businesses, they focus on a specific aspect and they put all their fund to help or give back to the community. So resources could be vast in CSR but limited in USR. Another is on the areas of concern or in their focus. In CSR, they are more on economy, environment, and the social imperatives. While in USR, they are focused greatly on research, extension, management, teaching, or in instruction. So, USR is of course academically inclined, and all programs must be based on what they are good at, which is teaching, which is giving knowledge through different programs such as trainings, etc. But in CSR, they could do more of programs which are really need right away by the community, which actually doesn't need much or in-depth training, but more on the social responsibilities that somehow the government lacks or that the government is not giving priority to. So they can feel those. Okay, so that is for the areas of concern of both TSR and USR. How about the point of comparison as an agent of change? Well, both could be agent of change, okay, because of their advocacies, because of the programs that they target. But it depends actually on the terms, right? So for the CSR, it is considered to be long-term. Okay, actually they could adopt a specific community that could promote a program that needs long-term support. Example, promoted awareness and responsiveness to happenings in their surroundings, programs adapting communities, integrated business. So They adopt a community, they integrate business there. It could be a source, especially let's say for Starbucks. They have the plantation of coffee, mostly in Indonesia, and they use the coffee plantation there for them to have good source of the product. The processing happened there. They help the locals there. They help the households there. They create job, and it became long term. There's a partnership already with the community and of course with the corporation, the Starbucks. Then for the university, we have the outcome based. These are all products of the outcome based education. It could be through programs or trainings, capacity building, academic programs via curricular activities. They could do research and extension and adopt a nearby community that they could teach a specific thing as they partnered or tie up with government agency. Example, on research and extension, they could be partner of the Department of Science and Technology and teach the locals of a specific community about processing products, about food packaging, about livelihood, or the programs such as the Bachelor of Secondary Education or uh, the education program of the university could do extension work to nearby schools. It could be from elementary or secondary. So it's more on related to still to the mandates like management, teaching, research, and extension. So it is outcome based, no? And then for the scale of activities, of course, CSR could do more. Society at large, and for the USR, it could be nearby, just in nearby communities or to the surrounding communities. But actually, it depends upon the university. They could go large at scale, but they are also encouraged to do some extension works or some social responsibility advocacies to their nearby communities. So these are the point of comparisons, area of concerns, agent of change, scale of activities, and resources. And these are the key points for CSR and USR. I hope you are having clear idea of what are these social responsibilities of corporates and USR as I gave you a clear demarcation between the two. How about the CSR and USR distinct programs and activities? Actually, I have stated some of it in our comparison a while back if you just listened, but let me just pinpoint some of those again. For the CSR activities, it could be school health programs. So they could also partner actually with the school as a learning institution. It could be outreach health program, facial deformity surgeries, especially those with cleft palate. They could also give Project Smile, something like that, computer education. Actually, I think SMART is also giving and also Globe, especially this time wherein flexible learning occurs and blended learning is the trend. They could give tablet, they could give Wi-Fi to support our learners. Empowering government schools project. So these are the activities of the corporates. Then for the universities, they could have extension programs like working with the elderly. They could have trainings, partnership to government agencies. They could have research for implementation of research-based studies in community. They could also focus on instruction through teaching, forums, info drive as part of their curricular offerings. So, I might say that higher education institutions are increasingly posting an impressive list of university social responsibility initiatives even in this time of pandemic. Okay, so it doesn't stop there. So I hope that I gave you a clear discussion about CSR and USR, and I would like to keep you posted that the references are provided for you to check whether what I'm saying are true and valuable. So you may check these references. And I hope that you learn a lot from this discussion. So once again, I am Sir Elmerson Baranyao, And I hope that you learned something in our discussion today. So see you again, and please keep yourself happy and especially safe. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for listening.